Peace, family. This is Mass Kwesi with Go Hard Gambia. If you're new to my channel, like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I tell my story of relocating to Africa, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work that we need to do in that process. I talk about at a time when I came over there weren't many people coming in. This was 2015. That's when I first went over to the continent. However, I told myself that I'm going to make sure that I am more present to come on and I can make content about my experience because I have a unique experience. I've been there for a long time. So I think I would be best to share, some of the things that I've seen taking place over there and, how you can, avoid it. So tonight we're going to talk about JuJu. And I didn't know anything about it until I came to the continent. So when I did get to the continent, I quickly discovered that a lot of the people that I encountered they believed in a lot of I don't know. I think I want to say a superstition. I guess that's the way that I can best describe it. And normally, some of the ideas that they would share is some of the ideas around it would be that I'm not going to go into anything particular now, but they're just kind of like, how we were back in the 70s and things like that. And, we had these superstitions like, you can't split a pole or, different things that, we would do as a culture that would be considered, superstitious, that as we grew as a society, we, and things got more real for us, we just kind of move away from those type of those superstitious ideas. So that's practiced there and that's believed there. And they have what they call mirables. And a miracle is a spiritual man. And people usually go to the miracle if they have something. He's a medicine man. He's like a medicine man. And however you go to him for certain healing remedies, and then you go to him for certain spiritual illnesses that you have. Now, the problem that we have with this, and I think we're gonna keep this about 30 minutes tonight. I don't want to stay up here too long talking you guys to death, but I'm gonna tell you how this is affect the movement, because we have people from the States that are coming over and they're using mirables, and they got other black magic type things going on to promote whatever it is that they're doing. So in any case, the miracle, what happens is a lot of times, you might see these people from Nigeria or different parts, and they're saying, hey, I can help you in relationships. I can help you get money. I can help you, whatever it is, whatever you need, I can help you if you, send me some money. You send me this money, and then they usually give you a charm or something, that you can wear, or they'll tell you that you need to do particular things that you need to do. Okay, so that's dealing with the a miracle, so he'll give you a certain remedy for whatever type of situation that you have going on in your life. What I've seen, and I mean, we went through a time where we had like fortune tellers, back in the early 80s. You can call the hotline and they'll tell you your future. Or Dionne Ward, my man saw it like Dionne Ward, and you would call in and she'll tell your future. So we were into that, numerology and astrology. It was a big market for that type of idea a long time ago. And however, it's kind of similar over there in West Africa with the mirables. So you'll have people who will go to the miracle for certain situations that they probably can handle or deal with themselves, and that's what I'm seeing. Now, this idea of the juju. Now, juju, from my study, is it originates from Nigeria, and for the most part, juju was practiced as a form of to keep a contract. So if you had a contract or you wanted to make an agreement with somebody, you usually go and they would do juju, and you pretty much were bound by this oath that you would, or whatever contract that it is that you had, you were bound by that contract. So, and what happened is, and it's used a lot in the sex trade in Nigeria. You guys can look it up. There's a movie on Netflix, and it talks about juju and how women are sold into sex trade, sex trafficking in Europe. And that contract takes place with a juju. So they go to a man who practiced this particular thing, and they'll tell this person, okay, if you don't fulfill your obligation to this other person that's in Europe that they're about to go and they're about to sex traffic. I watched the movie on Netflix, man. It was real sad. And they pretty much have these young women, scared to death that, if they don't go and they don't fulfill this contract, that something is going to happen to them or their family. So it's like it's used as a tool to create fear. Good vibes. How are you? Now, all of this goes into because I've seen people doing this in the Gambia. I've seen people that are at a higher level in the movement, going to marabouts and doing juju, and at the whole time is they have a wicked agenda. They have a wicked agenda. So they'll go and say, "Oh, I'm having a problem with this man. He's trying to do something to me," but it's not the man, it's the person. So the person, the Mirabor, or whoever they're going to, they're going to tell the person what they want to hear. Oh yeah, we're going to put this stuff together. I'm going to give you some branches. I want you to marinate them, put them in some water for several days, and put it under the moonlight or whatever formula that they give this person to go and use, to counteract or attack another person. But what happens is, not only do they take all of this stuff that the person gives them, they actually start doing things to justify or just to accomplish their wicked end. So that lying, we saw that a lot. Conniving, working behind the scenes to working with other people to use people. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say, one particular person, I'm not going to get into it right now, they were doing this at a high level, so whatever the person was telling them, whatever the marable or whatever they were telling them and giving them, not only were they doing that practice, they were also contacting people, defaming my character. They were contacting people, lying to them about me. So much huge amount of energy. So, in terms of, going people coming to the country, there was another lady. There was another lady that came into the country recently, and she caused a lot of problems at one of our business establishments. And she was one of those people that they were supposed to be really connected with the ancestors, and you see them burning sage, you see them burning incense, you know what I mean, you see them going around promoting the ancestors. However, in their practices is more of a black magic, and more of a dark you know undertone to what they're doing, in terms of, coming into the country and, getting involved with, marabouts, and getting involved with, juju and things of those natures. What we need to do I'm gonna do a video Saturday, and it's gonna talk about should we work with the Chinese man. I did a video where I said, are we better off working with the white man? And I have to be honest with you, I haven't seen anything come out of Gambia but a bunch of mess. Chill Neil, what's up? I've seen nothing come out of Gambia but a bunch of mess. I'm gonna put my email in there. I always put my email in there so people can hit me up. It was a lot of drama in the past. I forgot how to spell my last name. I'm also going to put my website, Invest Relocate Africa, there. I've been working on a page. Let me see, Invest Relocate Africa. Y'all guys can check it out. We're creating a community development plan. What we want to do when we go into Africa, we want to integrate with the continental Africans. We don't want to go there and just do our own thing. We just don't want to go there and buy a house. We don't want to do that. We become an occupying force. We have to come and improve the community. We can go to communities and help build infrastructure. We have a lot of teachers out there. We have a lot of healthcare professionals that want to improve the health centers in the communities. We agricultural equipment. I was just talking to a brother, simple things like tractors and other things, contracting equipment. We want to come in and we want to be able to work with our brothers and sisters on the ground and integrate and not just give them a job. We want to be able to go into communities and create a whole community project, and you guys will be able to see that. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the actual link to the page. And I tell people I created this site 8 years ago, and since then I just created many different pages into it, to this website, and I've been able to help other people build their brand based off of my intellectual properties that I've created. And let me get my charger right quick. Hold on 1 second. Charger. Okay, I got my charger right here. I'm working, man. A lot of people out there don't have nothing better to do but to be on YouTube creating content around the movement because they're not working. They're not doing anything. Check out my YouTube channel. If you guys are just seeing me, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm building my channel up. I want to get out there. For some reason, people don't want other people to see me. You understand what I'm saying? And people get on YouTube and they think that nobody else can get subscribers, and they think that and it's so unfortunate because we just been seeing an abuse of power and abuse of opportunity with people that have been coming in and taking their opportunity and taking it for granted and then using it just to be selfish and to destroy other brothers and sisters. That brings us to my video that I'm going to do regarding should we work with Chinese people or white people. I have a white friend. Well, I have many white friends, and they don't do the stuff that we do. They don't do the stuff. What I've seen in Gambia is very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. For the people there, the YouTubers there to conduct themselves at a time when we should have been showing that we have right intention and we have integrity. We showed the worst of ourselves because the people that were at the head of the movement, they were as corrupt or even more corrupt than the Western society and the value systems that we're running away from. Has completely and absolutely corrupted us, and we don't understand movement. We don't understand movement. All we understand is the movement of ourself, the movement of our own goals, and the movement of our own agenda, and we equate that to a movement, and that's not a movement. Okay, so I was getting a light right. It's a little bit hot in here, So the topic tonight is the JuJu and the marabou, and what I've seen. I can tell you that we have people that's in the movement that, you know, using their position to bring about a high level of spiritual wickedness in their spiritual practices, and then their physical practices of going out and spreading negative through our community in the Gambia. So we have to, those who are builders, my content, my channel is for those who are actual builders. As you can see, go check out the roadmap there. I just put that together. We've had some people process through that roadmap, and you guys can give me some ideas on how we can refine that there. But that's in place. We're working with some developers. We're working with some people in real estate that have a lot of money, a lot of resource that want to help us. You guys got to understand that even with dealing with the Chinese people and other foreign nationals, they don't even want to deal with us. You got people running around saying, hey, don't deal with the Chinese or don't deal with the white man. They don't want to deal. It's already known throughout the whole world that our community is the least likely to get in a situation and do the right thing. It's just known. So if you're blessed to get in a situation where you get somebody that want to work with you, that's about something, that's a blessing. You shouldn't be trying to curse that situation. I'll talk about the Chinese man. 20 years ago, he took me and my partner under his wing, took us to trade shows, took us to Chicago, took us to the first time I ever went to Vegas was with a Chinese man, a major clothing manufacturer out of Mr. Yin, out of Broadway, out of New York, Lower Manhattan, the fashion district. Spent plenty of time with him and his partner while they showed us and schooled us to the game. He barely spoke English, but that was 20 years ago. Then I have plenty other friends in different areas. But in any case, with the energy that people are coming, that's why I never took a DNA test. I never got into the whole, dressing up like. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with learning your culture, going in your culture, learning your tribe, dressing according to your tribe, whatever you identify with, But a lot of times, you see these people who come and they supposed to be Afrocentric, but they screwed up. They screwed up. That's straight up. That's why when I came over there, when you see me around, I'm never trying to be like, you never see me promoting B1. You never see me promoting, Pan-Africanism in that type of way and talking about it in that way, because the people who do are hypocrites. I'm like, hey, listen, if you're going to come see me, let's just talk about building. You understand what I'm saying? Everything else is nice, the whole Black Power movement, Black Lives Matter. But at the end of the day, are we going to sit here and complain and then about other people, and then while we're tearing each other apart covertly behind the scenes, real sneaky, real sneaky? One of the biggest YouTubers out in the Gambia brought in one of the most sinister people to the movement to defame the movement from a base in Western society. I'll repeat that again. One of the biggest YouTubers in the Gambia, and we all know who they are. One of the so-called biggest, Pan-Africanists, I guess you can say, brought in a great defamer of the movement against real Pan-Africanists. You got people that's coming to Africa, and instead of bringing the best, they're bringing the worst. Their contributions, instead of coming making positive contribution based on the knowledge, they're taking the worst of what they learned in American society and coming over there and using it against their own brother, against people who have helped them. And that's what you got in the Gambia. That's why Gambia's, it's not what we want to see. Not that, when we all came over there, what we hoped to see was something that was a far-fetched reality. because we have a lot of problems when we group together as a community that haven't been addressed. So a lot of us early on thought, hey, at least the ones that's going to come over, at least they're going to be at a point in their life where they don't want the drama, they don't want the confusion. But what happened is you had those people come, but they were being followed by a whole bunch of people that were just coming over for a temporary stay, just to come over to have fun, just to come over to have party, just to come over to mess with guys, just to come over to mess with girls. You understand what I'm saying? And have all types of activities that they have and want going on, and they really just brought a whole bunch of mess to the Gambia. And however, we're getting to a point where that we're clearing that up. And those who are business professionals, like I said, right now we're building a team of lawyers because we have to do something about this. We have to, and it don't take a lot. It just take a few people to come together, put a team of lawyers together, and then anything that's coming that's going to interrupt or disturb the movement or undermine our role, we will have that taken care of and addressed and pressed to the fullest extent of the law. When I came over there, I have a big family over there. I don't have time to be going through all of this stuff and trying to fight against this, but that's my role. That's my role right now, because I was in a major role, and there's a lot of people, because of the other YouTubers that's there on the ground, it's a lot of people that's upset right now. A lot of people are upset. And that's not right, and we got to clear it up. So in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and let this end this live. Thanks for watching. If you're seeing this, I can't stress enough, please subscribe to my channel, please like and share so that we can get people out there that's talking about some real stuff. You understand? We got people out there, and like I said, they're just doing the most when they get people in their intimacy to cause disruption, and then they're pointing you in the wrong direction as well. So we want to be careful of that. So until next video, thanks for watching. Peace.